Olds, my man, how are you? Today was an awesome day. Picked up the next project we're going to start in the spring. We got something pretty awesome sitting in the driveway. I can't wait to tear into. I'll make the official announcement probably later in the week. We're gonna have some fun. I bought something new. As for today, we're gonna work on the Revo. I want to get that RPM True Track suspension. See what that's all about. Supposedly, it gets rid of the problem-prone track bar right here. I want to see how that all fits. See if that fits nice. Got everything here we need. Looks like it comes with bigger bearings, a whole bunch of stuff. So that's going to be kind of cool. We'll wait for a few people to show up. We'll get rocking and rolling, start working on this thing. Body is trashed, man. Look at this thing. Put that on the list. But yeah, let's get a good view. I'll bust the other podium out. Have some fun. All right. Here we go. Flip her around. Let's get a good shot of this. There we go. See what we got here in the chat. MC83SS. Nice. Yeah, picked up a new project for this for the spring. I think you'll dig it. I think you'll dig it. All right, this kit supposedly gets rid of these links here. These links are, I guess, prone to breaking. I haven't really broken any, so I don't know how big of a bash you need to do to make that happen. But yeah, that's been the problem. So I guess we should start the start disassembly here. We'll get the hubs down. We'll get the axles out. And then I guess we'll start pulling the arms off. This first thing we'll do is we'll start with that. We'll get rid of that link here in the back. We won't be needing that where we're going. I'll probably put these screws back in it anyway. It gives a nice little bit of support to that back brace. I think that's the only thing that holds them. So those will have to go back in. What's everybody got going on? We got snow on the way. It's going to be awesome. Supposed to get over a foot. If we get it, man, it's going to get crazy here. There we go. Yeah, see, that's going to hold all that. Let's take our blue plugs out. I'd like to get this thing fired up tonight. See what happens. See how long we can go. It's minus 20 here. Man, where are you? That sucks. It's been cold here, but I didn't hit that. Is that going to be a 2 as well? All right, let's pull these hubs off. Man, minus 20. Not feeling that. There we go. Now, the only downside, which is, I mean, it's a positive thing, I guess. They're using much larger bearings now. Is where the heck am I going to get these bearings if I ever need them? Wisconsin, the cheese state. Nice. All right, we need that Arma tool like we used last time. Yeah, it's been cold here. I mean, it's been, 20 and below, but it hasn't been 20 below. That's crazy. I want to go down south where it's nice and warm all year. So we can mark Wisconsin off my I'm moving there list, that's for sure. So what's everybody else been up to? Yeah, we're going to need the 2.5. Start backing these out. Yeah, it's been a few years since we've gotten like a 1.5 foot, so that'd be fun. Let's see, get help with your tasks. Nah, I'm good. Those boots are going to have to be put back on. Okay. Stuck. All right. Work on these boots later. These little boots are terrible. What a shit design. Let's see what we got. Big boys, what's going on, my man? Oh, like I told everybody that's been here so far, we picked up an awesome toy we're going to play with in the spring. Going to switch a little from the RC stuff to the full-size stuff. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to make a short probably later in the week so everybody can take a good look at it. It was way too windy today to be messing with that car cover one more time. All right. Are we going to reuse any of this? I don't believe so. Okay. We're going to remove the suspension arm. Get rid of that. A link from the cantilever to the bottom. Reactivate now. How about no? Leave me alone. What you been up to, Carlo? Just chilling? I was thinking about something you said the other night, Carlo. Not when me and you were busting each other. You said you think you have some of the fastest nitros? You do have some fast ones, sir. I'll give you that. But I don't know. I haven't noticed. Have you thrown a GPS on anything? I think that would be an awesome call out for you, man. See if anybody can catch you. I think you got something there, but there's some competition. I think that'd be a fun thing to check out. That'd be awesome to watch. Like I did the off-road one, man. Do an on-road one. I ain't got nothing that'll keep up with you. I mean, I got a couple of on-roads, but nothing as serious as what you got, my friend. Yep, just chilling. I hear that. I'd like to see it. I think that'd be cool. All right, now we're going to take the rocker off. We'll start with that. Let's get that right out of the way. Oh, is that going to pull the stud too? That's what it looks like. All right, no problem. Nitro Pimp, what's going on? Just telling everybody I picked up a new ride for the spring. We're going to do a nice little build on. You have to see my full-size wrenching skills instead of just working on the nitros and the electric stuff. Got a little something. Pick something up. All right. That's a real pain in the ass with these things. Because every time you take these off, it likes to take the whole stand with it. That's going to be the right size. Nope. Oh, Lord. Everybody dealing with the cold. Nitro Pimp, how nice is it in Florida? What is it, about 70 degrees tonight? Where are we at? Give me a reason to get on a plane. There we go. 72. Boy, I couldn't be any closer if I tried. That's awesome. All right. I ran a mini at 2 p.m. and it didn't sweat. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's been cold as shit here. I'm not going to lie. It sucks. Not even hospitable anymore. And now we're supposed to get 1.5 feet of snow on Sunday. Gonna mess my work week up. I'm gonna have to stay home. That's gonna suck. Snowing in 26. Joey, what's going on, my man? What's going on? Yeah. Still going to the track tomorrow, though. Just gonna fix my buggy in the morning. Alright. This side down. Let's get this in there. What size is that? We gotta have something that will fit that. There we go. Going to get ours soon in Eastern Tennessee. Such fun stuff. How you doing, my man? Everybody could hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate that. Central Oklahoma here. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I saw that. You're supposed to, they say like Texas and all those southern states are getting hit. Man, that sucks. Like, we're used to it, you know what I mean? Like, snow here, that ain't no thing. We do that all the time, you know? But down in those states like that that don't really, you're not prepared for it, that could be a real problem. It could be a real problem. All right. Why are you so... There we go. Giving me such a hard time. All right. One thing I did notice, these progressive rockers definitely did lower it a lot. Because, like, I didn't do anything with the adjustment on these front shocks at all right here. And that front end is significantly lower now. All right, we're going to throw a little Loctite on this. We'll set this side up. Staying indoors all weekend. They canceled racing. Yeah, we're still good. Yeah, I used to live in PA and used to it, but still hate winter. Yeah, man, I'm not looking to stay much longer. I'm telling you that. No reason to. I'm a truck driver. I can go anywhere I want. I don't have to worry about, you know, oh, I can't leave work. Work goes with me. I'm not worried about it. There we go. Set this rocker staff up. From Cleveland, keep the weather. Yeah, no, stay out of Ohio. Ohio just sucks. All right, so I guess with this kit here, they said that you cannot use the long travel rockers. I don't know why, but no bueno. He said you can't use it. All right, let's make some room here. Tennessee is pretty awesome, man. Lots of RC. Yeah, I like Tennessee. I went to the Tail of the Dragon. That's where I went. We went to go check that out. I guess it's right on the edge of Tennessee. And it was absolutely beautiful out there. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Yeah, Tennessee was cool. I had a good time there. Pennsylvania is kind of like that trail, though. I mean, we have some really awesome roads out here, too, but you're going to get the snow. You're going to get the nonsense. It's going to happen. Dragon is wicked. Hell yeah. They actually have a hill climb event there. I was thinking about entering that, but I mean, I'd have to get a truck. There's no way I'm driving down there. Let's see. Joey Lowe says, I took apart the rear end of my B7 to do diff maintenance and swap out the stock bearings to sealed fast eddy bearings. Yeah, I have full ceramic bearings in there. I have the Witz bearings in mine. I have not touched that diff or shocks. That's going to be my tomorrow project. I'm going to do that. Something's just off. I mean, I did pretty good with, obviously, we won with the Slash. The video for the stadium truck, I'm going to try to get that done. I want to have that released maybe Sunday, Monday. You'll check that out. You remember the Duryea Hill climb in Reading? Yes, I've been to that one. That's a fun one. You take the school bus up to the top and you sit at the fire tower. Yeah, that hill climb's pretty wicked. A guy died there, I believe. It was either last year or the year before. He wrecked his Evo up on one of the switchbacks up top. But that hill climb is pretty cool. Giants Despair is our hometown one. I did that 3 years ago. That was awesome. All right. What do we have? 2.5s here. Get the balls out. Yeah, Duryea Hill Climb is a very good time. Very cool place. The whole town kind of shows up for it, kind of like ours. But yeah, the B7, like I said, I'm gonna do that in the morning. I'm gonna go over the diff. Just put stock. Joey, what weight did you put in the rear diff, if I might ask? And what are you doing for shocks as well? Because I believe you're running on carpet the same too, right? You should be bleeding and topping off your shocks every race day and replacing the shock oil once a month. Joey, I haven't touched that thing since we built it here on the channel, so that would have been last year, my friend. I don't know. I'm trying to become more of a driver. I kind of just left it alone. I mean, yes, it's my fault. I shouldn't do that, but it's definitely something's not happy. It's extremely difficult to drive. I guess there's no true track slayer. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Such fun stuff. If you wanna explain that one a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, we got ourselves a. What happened where? What the hell just fell out? The ball. There it is. Oh. Yeah, we got ourselves a toy. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff in the spring. Let's put it that way. We're gonna venture off a little bit from the RC stuff. I mean, we're still gonna do it, but we're not gonna be as heavily into it. And we're gonna pick up somewhere else. We're gonna try something a little different. Shocks, 35 weight in the front, 32 weight in the rear. Yeah, I think I'm about there. I'm pretty sure that's what I had. How about for in the diff? All right. Back to what I was saying. I did automotive before I did this, but I never did automotive on YouTube. So this is going to be something new to try. I think this will dig it. I picked a pretty rad car to start, and the way I build my cars, I build my RCs the same way. I like them to be clean, I like them to be nasty, and I like them, you know, to be usable. I don't want to build a car that you can't use. I already have one. Let's see. Mr. Rivera, how good to see you, my man. Just ended my stream. Let's keep wrenching and watching you, my man. All right, cool. True track kit for the Revo, but is there a kit for the Slayer short arms? I don't think so. These are Could it be done? Huh. I don't know. Because the arm itself, the lower arm, is, let's see, arm. Could you use it? I'm gonna say no. No, there's no way you'd be able to use it. No, I don't know if they do, honestly. What? I'll look that up. You can look that up if you want. But yeah, these are definitely for the long arms. I mean, and you couldn't just use the stock arms. There's no way, because the lower arms use a captured hinge pin instead of the ball cup. So you'd have to use the lower arms. You can take a look. It's a good question. That's a very good question, actually. All right, where are we at here? Diff is a little more complicated. Remove 2 or 4 planetaries and fill with 60K. Yeah, I'm not sure what they had from the factory. I'm gonna have to take a look. I built mine right off of the right out of the manual, so I'll have to see what I had in it. Okay, that makes sense. Let's take a look real quick. I got a computer right here. Let's see here. RPMRC. I don't know their website. RPMRC products. Let's take a look. Products. Traxxas. Slayer Pro 4x4. Okay. If they made this kit in order to fix a problem that the Revo is known for, you would expect them to make one for that. Well, depending on if there's demand. Well, I see they sell arms. I don't see a kit. Yeah. They do make arms. That's good. But yeah, nah, I guess just for the Revo. So, there you go, sir. No, sir, they do not make it for that. All right, cool. That's a good view. I like that. The diff setup isn't stock. It's racer's preference to put power to the ground and get out of the corners faster. Yes, I agree. Metropimp Rynks, you doing my Speed Savage build? You should, as you would need to get to Florida to run. What's that? You doing my Speed Savage build? You should, as you would need to get to Florida to run it. Hey man, I'd love to come down to Florida. I'm due. I'm probably gonna wait a couple of months, but I can guarantee you, if I fly into Sanford, I'm definitely gonna come down. I've already made a point of that. The old lady knows about it. I said if we go to Florida this year, I'm definitely making a stop down to the Nitro Palace or whatever you're calling it now. I want to check it all out, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna let you know, and then I'm showing up, and we're gonna have some fun, my friend. You might have to close down for today. Well, I thought you. Oh, never mind. You retired anyway. You closed down forever. All right, cool. The stud stayed in this one. All right. Just gonna leave these all together because I was nice enough. You know, you buy them from Lumadave. He gives you the bearings, gives you everything. He don't nitpick. But yeah, these are a lot shorter. This lowered the truck significantly just by taking care of that. Yeah, I don't really work. I consult. Charge a consultant's fee. That's it. Ah, this one the stud's coming. Nice. Yeah, I don't really work. Yeah, I wish I could just have a consultant's fee. But I'll tell you what, if I got to consult where I work, I'm not getting paid enough because they're all nuts. I seen a shirt the other day that said, "Not my clowns, not my circus," but I definitely, I'm sorry, was it? Not my monkeys, not my circus, but I definitely know the clowns. It's like, I need that for work. I need to wear that. All right. Put these into the Revo box. I do own the shop. All right, cool. Replace shock oil once a month. Replace diff oil once every 2 months. Bleed top off after every race. It's super important, which is the reason why I'm reiterating again. I understand. I'm just lazy. I just didn't. I had too much going on. I'm making excuses. You know what I mean. I'm still trying to learn the ways of the buggy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You give me a slash, it's on. You give me the stadium truck, I'm catching on. I'm getting there. But I'm still so lost with that buggy. I mean, I've been getting better by learning the lines, and I'm sure a lot of people will do it when they first see a track. They think, you know, speed, 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 speed. Where I'm an autocrosser, I know that that's not true. Smooth is fast. And I've been working on becoming very smooth. I ran a high 95% consistency last week, and I ran a high 96 following it. I'm working on it. I'm getting better. But the speed will come. You just got to get the consistency first. But neglecting my buggy, Joey's right on the money on that. That's probably not the best way to go. But yeah, I'm gonna go through it tomorrow. I'm gonna do all the shocks. I'm gonna do the diff. I got a brand new set of tires right here. Right here. I don't think I have a set of skinnies to throw them on. I might cut a set of wides down. Loose is fast, but on the edge of control. Yeah, that's 100%. He's right. You're right on that, Pimp. I have basically when I set my slash up, the back end is loose, off throttle. So I could go as fast as I want into a corner, and if I lift, I can take that back end and rotate it as much as I want. But as soon as I'm back on throttle, it's planted, I'm out. And that's why that truck's fast. I found that gripping it up really didn't help. Hairy Hog. Is that Boss Hog's cousin? Alright, we got 3 screws here on the top we got to remove. We're going to pull this back bumper off. I'm going to start getting these arms up out of here. Yeah, I was watching that Savage you built, Pimp. That thing had some boogie. But I think Everman, I think you give him some time, man. He's gonna come up with something. He'll get you. That dude's something else. I don't know. First started watching him, I was like, yo, what the heck is up with this dude? But man, he is cool. I like that guy. All right, there's our top pins right here. To pull those, we're gonna need to get to these bottom pins. That's going to be this guy down here on the bottom. What is that there? 1, 2, bunch of dirt. Let's carve the dirt out first. There we go. Oh, we're going to be able to get in there. There we go. Just carve the dirt out. No big deal. 11 millimeter off the ground. Damn, dude, you got that thing laid out. Did I watch it? When did you post it? Because if it was posted today, no, I did not. I was very busy today. I didn't get. I was running around all day, transferring cars and getting shit and. Friggin' putting an air cleaner on a carburetor today drove me absolutely wild. I went to go get an air cleaner. Air cleaner it's a Holley. It's a Holley Brawler 750. Now Holley uses 2 different. Basically, Holley you have 2 bodies that they use: 4150 and 5150 body styles. That'll have a different size opening. I know all about these things. I've worked with them for years. And for some reason, this Proform friggin' air cleaner would not fit for shit. But I got it figured out. It needs I need a higher spacer for it because the base of the air cleaner won't go past the HEI on the distributor cap. A couple of hours ago, me, Ever, Texas, and Chino are in it. Really? Okay, Pimp. Yeah, that's on the list. I run a 13 millimeter chassis height clearance on track carpet. 13. I think, yeah, I was around 13 on mine as well. All right, cool. Got the skid plate off, minus a little bit of dirt, so we are cleaning at the same time. Win-win. All right, we can pull these pins. I think this whole plate comes off. Yes, it does. Another pin. It's nice to see that these pins hold up pretty good. Oh, the little pins. Ugh. And these little pins come out through the front. Guys did a little collaboration, man. That's going to be cool to watch. I'm definitely going to check that one out. I'll leave you a comment on that one. Mine's a Savage. You got a Savage that low? That's going to be cool. So, Pimp, since you're in here, tell us a little bit about it. What's this challenge? What do we got going on here? Everybody go and check it out, but let's get the skinny on this. What do you got going on? All right. What do I got going on? Upper arm. That's another upper arm, like that. The little dimple on the inside goes towards the engine side, so you know those are always forward. These don't have those little stupid clips like the front does. All right, that's cool. I tried 14 millimeter, but it puts my center of gravity too high, and 12 millimeter is too low. 13 millimeter is just right. Okay. The problem that I was having with mine, man, that front end was just not gripping up. Like, I could not, it just pushed. It was just a freight train. Like, I don't know. I was blaming the tires because I was trying a different set of tires. I could not get that thing to, I could not hit my points because it just was not turning. No, that's got to go further than that. Right? We'll see. Yeah, the buggy, I did really well the week before, too. It's funny. I placed 10th out of 26, which in that group, man, there's some fast guys. You know what I mean? Like, I basically could count myself. I knew, like, let's say top 5 was certainly, you know, that ain't going to happen. So, I mean, even hitting 10 was a very positive night for me. But, as far as, like, that night, I think I finished 3rd in the C. It was garbage. All right. No rules besides it has to be a Savage. Okay. And you show your shit before you run it. Okay. It's how fast you can get it to go, and more importantly, how you did it. So we're doing top speed again. Okay. But no rules. I like that. Nice and simple. Okay. So the call out go for anybody, and also, what was I going to say? What's the top speed so far, and who's winning? Well, okay, I'll watch the video. Hopefully it'll say in there. I run -3 degrees camber on new tires and 2 on worn in. Also check the camber after every run, even in practice. Yeah, if I tap the wall at all, I usually give it a good look. But if I just run straight up, I haven't. I got a new setup station too, so maybe I'll try 3 degrees. Anybody can do it. My car is built, waiting on the rest. Okay. I run 2.5 steel bulkhead. Gets crazy staring. I have, what bulkhead is it? I have the weighted bulkhead. It's the J-Cons. I'll just pull it out. Hold on. It's right here. Why am I breaking my mind on what I have when I have it right here? Got to work on this, but I can take a quick look. It's not gonna hurt. This is the zero degree. It's the one from J Concepts, the 25 gram steel. This is the steel one. I needed that so I can make weight, so I figured I'd put it there. Okay, there's that. Where's the lower arms now? Yeah, 0 is stock, correct. That's why I kept that. And the stock is aluminum, not steel. Yeah, I still have the stock one. I went with the steel. I think it's steel. Either way, it's the weighted one. It's heavier than stock. Not much. Not much. All right, let's get these pins in the front. Probably can't even see, can you? Let's see. Let's bump this up a hair. All right, cool. All right, you gonna go or what? There we go. What is your different problem here, man? Yeah, I don't know if maybe, well, no, I added the weight there. It needs the weight. That thing was grossly underweight. It's backwards. What's backwards? Yeah, the arm is. Good eye, pimp. You're right. I'm thinking it's like a slash with all the adjustments in the front. Oop. There we go. See, good thing you're around, my man. Good thing you're around. Would have figured it out eventually, but not yet. It's try 2.5 steel if you're having steering problems. Plus, see, yeah, I glue the sidewalls. Yeah, that's a common trick. Everybody knows that one. Yeah, I don't know. I got it's like I said. It's the 20 gram. It's slightly. It is heavier than the stock one. But yeah, it just I don't know, man. It just wouldn't turn. Okay, so we should have all of our pins now placed pretty well. Let's see here. I can't never tell if a good angle or not. Yeah, there we go. Let's close this up. Yeah, the glue on the sidewalls is a you need that. You gotta have that. We set the front at the bottom, so we're gonna set the rear at the bottom as well. Maybe you can't. Yeah, I don't know. I have some Savages. I don't know what would be quick, though. I don't have anything geared up. The stock 25 ain't going to do it. The Savage 25, maybe. My LRP 32 one is definitely not. I don't even know. I don't think it's shifting right. I could try it, but it's too cold right now. I do have that Savage X. That could do it. There we go. We got to throw them 2 screws back in. We're not going to use those links anymore. That's what holds that rear plate together. Like that. All right. Let's see here. I went from 17-second laps to 12.5. That's huge. I'm going for lower RPM power and higher gearing. You can try that. I mean, yeah, if you have enough torque to pull it, I mean, yeah, the higher gearing is going to help you, but you're only going to have, unless you do something crazy and have some kind of custom gearing, you're going to have the same gearing as somebody else. From what I found out, more or less, was the RPM was more of the game last time, because what's his name? Everybody, there was probably, I would say, LRP 32 and 32 equivalents. They probably, Urban, my man, what's going on? They probably, I'd say 90% of the people that were running them had some form of a big block like that, a 32 LRP or some other form. And I believe, I mean, I'm getting old. Mine gets fuzzy. But the winner was using an LRP 28. Got more RPM out of it, I believe. All right, so we got the rear arms are on. The pins are in. Pretty straightforward. I got everything hooked up. So far, so good. I like the quality of these RPM arms. They feel good. Yeah. The idea that I had, that I kind of went away from trying that big block stuff on this, was this front, the top arms really don't do a whole hell of a lot other than support the outer carrier on these. If you look, the old ones, when you have the ball stud on top and bottom, the arms do quite a bit because those studs allow a lot of rotation left to right, up and down. Whereas this, with the solid bottoms, basically the bottom does all the work from the shock. The bottom is holding your toe. Basically, this is just for camber adjustment. You really don't need a full arm to do that. It's nice to have. I was going to just cut this whole leg off and just use the back section and then make it more of a link than an arm. But I just couldn't do it. I just don't think it would have the structural integrity to hold up. What do you think about that? I mean, I thought about the idea, but that's not how I do things. And I don't know. I just couldn't come up with a conclusion on that. All right, let's get this back bumper bolted back up. I'm going to start getting the outer halves in a couple seconds. We'll start working on that. All right, start. Seems like a bad idea. I agree. That's why I didn't do it. Boiler arms, if racing in cold weather, it hydrates them and keeps them from breaking. It's a good little fact. I haven't really broken anything on that buggy. Not in a while. I've been off the walls. I've been doing all right. Now the rc10t, well, like I said, we'll be releasing that video probably maybe tomorrow, Monday. I'm thinking more Monday. Yeah, maybe Sunday, depending on if we get bad weather. Saturday, it'll be out for Sunday for sure. Hey, from Indiana. Liam loves play RCs. Hey, man, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Hit that like button. Like, subscribe, man. You know the drill. Let's see. Joey loves. Smash the like button, fellas. I appreciate that for you. But yeah, Pimp, I'm going to check that video out. I want to see. I mean, I might have something. Hey, I'll just throw it in. If it'll help you get some views, help me out, we'll throw it in. I'll throw something here. Has to be a Savage, though, huh? Now you got me thinking. What would I use? I mean, I got some healthy 25s that can probably do the job. That 21 is stock gearing. I'd have to look at my gears. I got to see what I have for gearing. If I have something, I'm definitely going to have to go up in bell for sure. Definitely going to have to go up in bell. All right, now here's the fun part. This is where we're going to change everything up. This is the whole purpose, I guess, of these arms. So let's check this out. This has, okay, we're going to use the same style links to adjust our height. So we'll probably put that in the, where do we put the front ones? Let's see. Front ones are in the very first one, so we'll do the same in the rear. So that way our height should be the same. Should. Then the kit comes with these different carriers. Like I said, got a ball stud on the top, and now it's a fixed hinge pin on the bottom. Now we're not going to have to worry about using that rear link. We just basically simplified it. Just going to slide that in there like that. It's going to use a pin. Also comes with some heavier bearings. These bearings are huge. Oh, look at this. Look at the size of that RPM sticker. That's legit. We're going to save that. Let's see. Ross said he had 2146 and got 57. 2146. That's a lot of gear. 2146. Yeah, that's a lot of gear. That's a 2-something gear. All right. I got a .28 from Dynamite Horizon I'm going to try to put in mine. Okay, cool, man. Like I said, the 28, the LRP 28 is was the fast one when we did the speed challenge. And I think it seemed like everybody that was running an LRP 32, 3-speed transmission, high-speed gears in the transmission. I'm not sure about bell and spur. I have no idea. But it seemed right around like 54, 55 mile an hour. They were pretty much shitted out. That was it. That's all they had. And everybody kept doing like the same speed. I mean, somebody might be able to get a little bit more out with tuning or whatnot, but that was it. Oh no. Well, what are you gonna do? Seems like with this kit, well, I'll show you. Back to the E-clips. Thought I was away from them damn things. Oh well, it is what it is. All right, to give you some nice, some little upgrades here. Instead of using the these little blue caps like they usually use, they gave you a nice aluminum ones. Yeah, a little bit of aluminum in there. RPM didn't want you using those Traxxas parts. That's cool. But yeah, these bearings. Let's take a look at these bearings. This is a whole other thing. I'm 2131. You're even higher? Jesus. Those darn E-clips. Yeah, heck with those E-clips. So you guys have all the gear. So you're going to try going low and just torquing through it. All right. But what did you say? Go back to that. He got 57. 57 was, I think, the fastest speed. It was either 57 or 58. Nobody has broke 60 yet. I want to go fast. You should go fast. That should work. That should work. I don't know. I don't know. Get that transmission to shift right. See, that was the other thing that I think I screwed up a little bit. Like right here, this has a, what is in this? This is a 36 tooth. So, let's see. Ross said he had 2146. So this is a 36. What did I have on the engine side? I think I went down. I took it out. I put a smaller one in it, I believe. This is a, yeah, this is not the one I ran. So this is irrelevant. But I forget what I had. 18 maybe? 19? I forget. It was one of the bigger ones that Traxxas offered. 18, 19, I think. So I've been like 1936. So I had all the gearing in the world. I think what I was doing wrong was I was holding the first gear shift way too long. I thought it would work more like a car, where if you ran out that first gear and you ran it out as far as you could, when the second gear kicked in, it was already high in the RPM. It could just push the rest of the way. I don't think that was the right way to think. I don't think that was going to work. Hey, this is nice. I like saving these. Resealable little crack baggies for these bearings. These are nice to keep around for small parts. Not those tear once and throw out bags. So we're going to hang on to those too. Alright. Stick stock, easy start or pull, still stock, easy start or pull start. What you mean by that? I know what you're talking about, but let's see. Shift. I converted to single speed, took 140 grams off the rotating mass. Nice. Turtle, what's going on, my man? What's up, everyone? Rynks just bought a T-Max 3.3, you know, $300. Yeah, all right, cool. A little over half price, but if it's brand new, you got yourself a good deal, sir. You'll have fun with that. Still stock, easy starter pull. Oh, are you talking to Turtle? There you go. If it's probably mint, it's probably hardly used, so it's probably going to be a pull start. I'm sorry, easy start. What am I saying? All right, let's compare the bearings in these things. These things are huge. Where is those carriers at? Here we go. See if I can pop one of these out. Pop it out, throw it on the floor of the hole. Where did that go? Yeah, I'll find that later. Either way, you can see these bearings. Look, they don't even fit. They almost fit on the outside, not even the part the bearing goes into. Look at the size of the difference of the bearings that they're using in these things. That's huge. And then the front one, man, I don't really have to try too hard to compare those either. Look at the size of that difference. It's twice. So you're going to have a whole ton of bearing in these things. That's good. Cool. It's my first nitro. Any fuel suggestions? Yeah, 20%. 20%. The 33% is what it is. If you're not going to run Traxxas fuel, you know, just get a nice 20%. It's a little bit cheaper than 30. You're not going to get a whole. It's not going to knock your socks off performance gain between a 20 and 30% on an RTR engine. Just run the 20%. You'll have a lighter window for your tunings that you're learning. And it just makes life easier. Pimp is right on that one. And we agree. We agree, sir. All right. Well, the time has come. The time has come. Let's work with these stupid E-clips. We'll get this out of the way. Ball sealed or ceramic? Those are just sealed bearings. I don't think RPM would give you ceramic. They have to charge you twice as much. I'll tell you what though, you do that little trick that I do with the Traxxas bearings for the slash, you won't tell the difference. Oh, come on. There we go. All the E-clips are stuck together and then stuck to the plastic. Yeah, I got a pretty good trick that I do with the steel bearings. it's not really hard to do. And I'll tell you what, night and day difference. All right, the first one's always easy. There we go. And we can put that in after. There we go. Now the fun one. All right. Hey, there we go. Finally. See, now this I like. RPM gives you 2 extra E-clips. Because they know. Good. Most companies give you exactly enough, and then you end up having to hunt for one when it goes flying. RPM says, hey, I'll give you 2 extra shots at it. We appreciate that, RPM. Thank you. There we go. Pretty nice size ones, too. That wasn't bad at all. Cursing them for nothing. I'm literally running everything on 17-year-old Traxxas 33%. The Traxxas isn't bad. It's Morgan Fuels. It's the same thing as Sidewinder. I'll put it in. I mean, I have some real stinky shit over there, but I'm not putting that in nothing nice. Oh, true. Oh, pull the seal and cut the inside lip. That's part of it. The biggest part of it requires this. The old moonshine jar. Once you pull the seals, then you got to cut the lip. Fill this up to about this much of with acetone. Put all the bearings in the acetone and let them sit. Shake them up a little bit every now and then. And you got to get all that grease out of it. All that Traxxas garbage grease. Then you take it, get yourself a low viscosity like gun oil, and you gun oil those things. They'll never know the difference, sir. Stock slash is never stock slash. That's all I'm telling you. Get one out of the box, throw it on the track, and put it up against mine. You're done. Ain't gonna be a good day for you, sir. Okay. Alright, let's get this other side lined up. Pin through. So yeah, Pimp, I'm going to send you a video after this, you know, if you check it out today or tomorrow. I'm going to show you the new toy I picked up. I think you're going to dig it. Let me put it to you this way. If you could guess it, good for you. It's 1990. You're in the school parking lot. You're the coolest dude there. Guaranteed. All right. So I guess now we can just put the axles through. We can start working on the balls. The balls. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No, we're okay. All right. What do we need off of the old ones? We didn't grab the... Where did that go? Hang on. What are we looking for? We're only going to need 2 of them, so we'll just take 2. Need our retainers. We have our boots. We're only going to need 2 boots as well. That's cool. Ah, thanks for the advice. Race 1 in oval. There you go. Yeah. That grease is the worst shit you can use. You get that out of there, you get yourself a nice thin oil. Bam. Good to go. All right. Now I got to stick the balls in there. Got to play with some balls here. Don't get too excited. I soaked them in acetone, then soak in white lithium lube. Yeah, the white lithium is just it's too thick. I've seen some other stuff that they were telling me to try. The one guy, I do them for all the bearings. I do them in the transmission as well. He was telling me to use the, what am I doing? That's got to go through first. He was taking them and putting stuff into, what do they call that? Z-Max. They use it for cars, I guess. It's kind of a, like, I don't know if it's snake oil. I've never used it, so I'm not going to say it's not. But it's one of those performance additives that's supposed to, sewing machine oil? That would work just fine. It's supposed to bond to the metals and do stuff, you know. I don't know. I'm not really up on it. Let's put it that way. And he says that when you do that with the transmission gears, like, it makes it a lot smoother. I haven't done it. Don't hold me to it, but that's what he says works. Okay, let's see if this will hold. Okay. Okay. And now their instructions say just to run it so the threads are completely in the arm. Do not go crazy. I guess you can go further in and it messes the arm up. So let's do that. Daniel, what's going on, my man? How are you? Gonna finish up this Traxxas rear arm tonight. We'll see how long we're here. It's only been here about an hour. Maybe we'll get the engine in, get everything else back together as well, and fire it up. Okay, a little bit more. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I think this project we're gonna have in the spring, like I said, it's not RC related, but it's another thing that I just love to do. So I think you might dig it. I think it's gonna be cool. It's nice and flat going in. Okay, we're going to tighten this up until there's no more slop in that joint. Nope, more than that. A little more. Feels good. I like it. I dig it. Not bad. Yeah, that's a little speed secret that the slashes are able to do, because we can't switch out any type of bearings or anything like that. But yeah, that always works. All right, same thing on this side. I'm going to put the ball through, set the boot, line it up. Anybody have any idea why it says this won't work on the Revo version 2? What did they change? Come on, where's our Traxxas guys at? Alright, there we go. Put the retaining clip on, that hopefully will stay. All right, cool. There we go. One more time, just get the piece set in there nice. Nice and level. And go until there's no slop. Something that stinks about using ball cups. Oh shoot. Mistakes have been made. Didn't put the axle in. Oh crap. That's alright. Now, are you still in here, Joey? What tires are you running on that carpet too? That's the other thing. Now I got to tear mine apart again. Is the V2 wider? I don't believe so. Something they changed because it says that this kit's not no bueno for the V2. These bearings do not like going on these axles. Come on now. There we go. Okay. Learn, love, play, off-seas. Hell yeah, man. Boots twisting. Get that back. There we go. Where are we putting the... Okay, aluminum adjuster. Aluminum adjuster. There's our bearing. There's our bearing. There's that. There's a little bearing there. Oh, there it is. Still on the tool. Okay, cool. Set her up straight. Why? What do you mean? Open-ended question there. What do you mean, why? A little too tight. There's the money, right there. Oh, the V2 for the kit. Yeah, this RPM says will not work for V2. I'm not sure why. I don't know what they changed. There we go. All right. So we got the hubs on. Everything looks good. I like the way this is coming out so far. I still got to do the center links here. Let's do those. Let's put the hubs on first so I don't have to keep messing with these axles. Axles kind of suck, to be honest. It's the only thing I've ever broke on these so far. Blew the one axle right to bits. There we go. Looks good. Looks good. Dang, love to see that vid. Oh, yeah. It's on there. It took this thing off. I was mean to it. I was jumping dirt bike jumps with it, and yeah, it sheared an axle pretty good. Still made it back, though. Like, I broke the axle, and I still drove it back to the car. I mean, this thing has been good to me. Not bad. That's why I was like, I want to do a big block swap on it, and I don't know, there was just, with that engine I bought, there was no clean way to do it, so I'm not going to do it. Not until I find an engine that'll work better. Get in there. There you go. Get in there. All right. Okay. Looks good so far. All right, we got ourselves a couple of screws here in the bag. Let's see what those are all about. If they're longer, I'm going to say those are for the bottom. So it looks like I can go into that arm a lot further. It's not really much further. But, yeah, handful of threads is a handful of threads. We'll take it. All right, got to put the, I don't know what you'd call that, the cantilever arms. This would be a cantilever rod. Call it that. Those go on next. To the other side, same as that. Yeah, not side specific. No. All right. Does RPM still make arms for the T-Max? I would say so. I think they do. Because I think we're people also using those on the MGT. I believe they still do. Take a look. Just looked at it before. Let's check again. RPM RC products. Easier just to search for it. Home. Products. Traxxas. And we're looking for a T-Max. T-Max E-Max. Yeah, I should know this. Well, I know they're making the axle carriers. They make it for the T-Max, E-Max, 1525, and MGT. So that will fit MGT. And then they have axle carriers for Traxxas Revo, T-Max, E-Max. So they still have these parts are available for both. E-Max, they have the Mamba cages for it. Bulkhead braces for T-Max, center skid plates, front bulkheads. I bought those. That is a very nice kit. The front bulkheads that they make for those are really nice. The bumpers, good luck finding them in black. That was fun. Multiple pages. Some universal stuff here. Monster Claws offset wheels. Wow, I didn't know they made those. You'll buy wheels from them. All right, pivot balls. Those are bulkhead. There's the step rear bumper from RPM. I don't really like that. A couple different sets of wheels, stickers, and shock guards. Oversized bearings for their things. Titan stable mat. Oh man, they got some cool wheels on here. I don't know if they sell them anymore. They have a True Track A-arm conversion kit for the rear of the T-Max as well. So you could go with this exact setup also for the T-Max. That I did not know. So that's kind of cool. Replacement pins, the ugly tubular front bumper, upper and lower A-arms for Traxxas T-Max and E-Max. Yes, they do. They are still available. $12. And they have them in, what do they have? What colors they got? They have them in blue and black. Yeah, still available. So yeah, you want a badass T-Max setup. Get the bulkheads, get the carriers, get yourself the True Track set up for the back, and get the arms for the front. Man, that thing's going to be damn near impossible to break. You'd have a hard time. Curious still about the V2 question. Maybe different hexes? I think mine has 8 scale hexes. Does yours have the 10 scale hexes? No, this has the 17 mils. Okay, let's see if we can get this in there. Get that going. Yeah, and I don't believe the hexes would have really any major bearing on the arm setup. There it goes. Put a screw. Hurry up. Get a screw in there before it changes its mind. Because like when I did the aluminum T-Max over there, I understand, you know, the aluminum, yay, wonderful, looks cool, not gonna work very well. You know, when the arm don't break, the arm don't flex, it takes the energy and sends it somewhere else. So I put the RPM bulkheads on there and the carriers all the way around. So yeah, it's gonna probably still break something, but at least it's gonna have to. We're gonna have to try now, you know. Whereas I believe with the stock Traxxas stuff, I don't think we'd have to try as very hard. Yeah, Molds, that's a good question. T-Max stuff is still well and alive. No problems there. All right. Yeah, these progressive arms definitely lowered this thing. It slammed it pretty good. So that's cool. We'll do these. Then we got to put that lower skid plate back on. I got to probably carve more dirt out of it. Little ball studs don't like getting in there. Come on. Why you not like your home? Come on. Get in there. Too far. I think it sucks about new parts is getting those first threads in there. She's still tight. There we go. Happy Gilmore. Yeah. Are you too good for your home? Excellent movie, my friend. Excellent. Why are we always so far back on my own video? Make it live. There we go. Aren't they supposed to be making another Happy Gilmore? I thought they were shooting another one. All right, there we go. Yeah, that thing's... quite a bit. I might have to soften the soften it up a little bit. The front's a little softer. Yeah. There we go. Gets rid of the pesky arms that go from here to here, so that way they don't break. Which I never broke them, so I don't even know. Let me know, people. Was that a problem? Anybody else ever broke this little arm here, the tow rod? I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's another part missing. You don't have to worry about it breaking because it doesn't exist, but I don't know. I've never broke it. This way. That away. There we go. Yeah, they did. It's about trying to put his daughter through a dance school and trying to beat the new made-up league. I don't know. DOC, what's going on, Dwayne? Yeah, they did. I don't know. Is it any good, though? I mean, sometimes... I don't know. Like, the new Ghostbusters were pretty dope. Afterlife was better than the last one, but... I like some of the remakes, but I just hope they don't murder it and kill that good movie. 2 more. I think we start putting the engine back in. That was fun. Afterlife was the better of the new Ghostbusters. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with that one. That one was, I don't know. It was really made me feel like an old man though. I was going to the movie theater and like I went, the wife was working, my kid was, I don't know what she was doing. She's probably in school or something. But I went by myself, and I was surrounded. There was a good amount of younger kids there. And I'm seeing, like, Janine Melnitz and, a lot of the old cast. And, like, I don't even think they knew who those people were. This is probably the first time for them seeing a Ghostbusters movie. Made me feel old. But, man, how they played Egon, dude, that was awesome. That was just so cool. That was my childhood, man. I think I used the wrong screws. I used longer ones than I should have. Those are okay. Yeah, we gotta take these back ones out. Front ones are longer, I think, a little bit, but there's plenty of meat for them to go somewhere. These back ones are definitely too long. The what was the last one called? I forgot. Frozen something. That one was kind of cool. You know what though? What kind of disappointed me though is they brought back Zool. Zool was a cool character, but I'm gonna throw this out there. I mean, if you guys wanna, talk about it. I always thought that out of the Ghostbusters series, Ghostbusters 1 was badass. I enjoyed it. It was a great movie. But I like Ghostbusters 2 better. I thought Vigo the Carpathian was a cooler bad guy. I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, the ooze under the city, and, it just seemed like he was a cooler dude, I would have liked to see them being back in New York. I would have liked to see Vigo come back. Vigo coming back would have been cool. All right. Last one. All right, there we go. The RPM True Track suspension for the back. Feels pretty good. Not bad. A little stiff. They're definitely gonna loosen these up a hair. Wires need to get up in there. What are they doing outside? There we go. There, I'll loosen that guy up a little. There we go. I dig it. All right, we'll be going for about an hour and 20. I think we have enough time. Let's try to get that engine in here. Maybe we can fire this thing up tonight. I know it runs. That ain't a problem. All right. First things first, let's get this linkage straight. How did that go? Pretty sure it went like that. That's it. All right, let's do it. Hell yeah, let's do it. It's just a lot of fun with this freaking header. I hate this header, but it's better. It's a better header, but it's still a pain in the ass. All right. Problem with this bolt, the header with the spring instead of using the bolt-on one, it's better all around because you're not going to break the spring every time like you usually do. Hang on, what do we got wrong here? Yeah, that's right. Okay. I don't remember what was the hard part. I think it was getting that spring on this side with the easy start on. I'm pretty sure I had to pull the easy start off and reassemble it. I'm trying to think of how I did this. Yeah. Okay. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Let's get these motor mount screws in there. You got to sneak in between the easy start to get those as well. I'm pretty sure I couldn't get the spring set for that freaking header with the easy start on. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Double check. Tight, tight. Yeah, that's why it's binding. Okay. All right, that, and we got to put the ground for the easy start has to go on this guy. So let's get him out of there. Untangle the yellow wire. Always keep that yellow wire a little loose from everything else because that's not going nowhere. Aim for the hole. There we go. One more. All right. Yep, that easy start's going to have to come back off so I can get the header on, and then we're going to have to work that back in. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. The third bolt's a pain in the ass. Right there. All right, there we go. Hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate that. Hit that like, that thumbs up, people. All right, easy start's got to come off. We're gonna fight with that header spring for a minute. Then we're gonna fight to get this back on. That's gonna be the fun part. Should have enough room with this arm. Should definitely have enough with this arm. Any advice for when I put my Revo back together? Just keep track of the screws. That's it. Revos aren't so bad once you get used to them. Actually, we can do that. We just spin it down. There's a little trick. I like this idea. Take it, remove the screws. Now getting the easy start out with that arm there is a real pain in the nuts. Take it, just rotate it down like this. Look at that. I put the screw back in, so the easy start motor is down here. Now I have all that room to work. And now when I'm done, I'll just take that screw out and I can just flip it back up, I think. That gonna work? Fuck. I don't think that'll work either. Maybe we're not working on a shortcut here. Yeah, no, you got to take it all the way out. There's no way I can get that to work. And then spin. See, yep, it's in the way again. Oh, thought I had a cool idea. That didn't work. Now the Revo, it's the only thing that's cool about it is it's the same front to back. I do not. I'm gonna have to take this arm off to do this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna fight it. Okay, let's take a step back and think about this again. We're gonna put the seal on the engine first, like it's supposed to be. I believe that's how that has to go. It's nice and oily, shouldn't have a problem. Like that. Problem is, there's no freaking room to work here. And with the header on, you cannot get to some of the screws. That's the problem. Okay. And the carb gets in the way. Oh, you bastard. This is going to be fun. I'm not pulling that back arm back off. I don't want to. How am I going to do this? Anybody got any ideas? Let's see. What should should also I do the big block kit for the 0.28 or put the 3.3 back in, depending on which 2.8 you got. I tried it with this Alpha 28, and there was just no possible way that was going to work. If it has I tried it with both. I got like their roto start style setup on it. I tried. I mean, obviously with their pull starter, there was just no chance of that. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one. I mean, if you can get a 28 that can work, more power to you. I highly recommend. That'd be cool. But that's the trick. You gotta have one that's gonna fit. I have the kit, so if you have any questions on, you know, what the new kit looks like before you buy it, hit me up. I can help you out. All right, let me try this. We're losing this battle here. Big time. Okay, so now I should be able to get this off. Okay. Losing the battle here. So we're going to regroup, come back. There we go. There we went. There we come again. All right, this is the more difficult side. So we're going to try you first. O-ring seal is going to be the death of me yet. Just like that. Come on, just stay in the freaking hole, dude. Okay. Oh, this sucks. And I have the kit. I have the Dynamite 28. I just am worried about the bell crank. If I got the right one and the Integy one will fit it. Hard to find parts now for the Nitro trucks. Gotta go have fun. All right, man. Hey, thanks for stopping in. So much fun. And I have the kit. Try it. That's all I can say. I have the Dynamite 28. I'm just worried about the bell. What are you worried about the bell for? Are you trying to use like a big block clutch with it as well? Because I bought the M2C clutch that's supposed to work on Traxxas. It's supposed to be the Traxxas to big block one that they make. And I'll tell you what, once I got it sorted, it was very nice. Okay, we're getting there. Now stay where you're supposed to be. No. Come on, you bastard. I'll fight with this spring all night. Come on, stay where you're supposed to. Just get the frig on there. come on. Okay, cool. Cool. Man, you suck. That's why. Didn't go through there. Oh, get it on. I gotta take it back off. It's not right. It's not right. Technically, that should give me more room, so we should be okay. Sorry if I'm missing for the chat. For clutch 2, if the one doesn't work, I'll try the M2C one like you said. Yeah, I could show you that one, man. I'll tell you what, that's a damn nice clutch. 3-shoe clutch, multiple shoes to choose from. You'll like it. Trust me, you'll like it. About 50 bucks, but kind of sad. I wish if I wanted to put the other 50 bucks in, I probably would just buy their regular one for the small block because it's a really nice clutch. Why are you so difficult? Barely in there, but you're going. There we go. There it is. Okay, finally. All right, let's try to get this easy start back on. There we go. Whew. That freaking spring was a pain in the nuts. Wow. Oh, for clutch 2. Yeah, like I said. You want me to show it to you? I could grab it real quick. I mean, it was a $50 something maybe I'll use another day, but really well made clutch. One. Come on, get in there. Good God. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you would. Yeah, I'll probably end up using it. Like I said, I'm going to look for another motor that'll fit on this. A little bit easier. Maybe we'll get lucky and LRP will do a drop or something like that. A-Main will have a bunch of them. We can get something. Maybe buy a mid-block. It'd be a lot easier. Give me a little more room. All right, now the fun one. Can't even see that hole. Just kind of poke around until you find it, I guess. All right, cool. All right, let's hook the suspension back up. All right, well, it's in. There we go. Gonna have to set the mesh quick. It looks good. About there. Now, when you do the mesh and you set this engine, don't forget about that one on the back. That's going to be your one that locks it in. Down here, the second one right there on the bottom. See, now we're a little tight. I'm gonna have to loosen that up now. About there. That's not bad. Maybe a little looser. Just a little bit. I want that little click. I don't want... Let's see there. That's perfect. All right, cool. Meshed up, all done. Got to do the easy start wires. Get those in there. All right, which one's which? Red's to the top. We're going to run that behind the adjustment screw, so that way you can keep it out of your gears. Okay, that's in. I always try to give them a little pinch too, because they like to fall off. There we go. The black, it's going to go underneath it. That one there will go on the bottom. Can't see shit. There we go. Like that. I'm going to tuck them down below. Like that. Here we go. Throw the glow plug wire on. I don't like to use them, but I use them until they don't work, and then I switch them out. What do we got? Hey, about the slash bearings. Should I buy new Traxxas OEM ones since they may be set in? Do you have the shields and everything off them already, or are they just stock still? If they're stock, you're fine. Take them and do that trick to them. They'll be fine. Okay, okay. There we go. Let's get us a muffler. We need a muffler. I didn't know that Traxxas had a number for these, but you always see them in goofy colors like blue and stuff. You can get these in black. Looks so much better. Have to throw some zips on here. Okay. 2 mil here where we put the adjustment, get her nice and level. There we go. We got zips, we got zips. Still stock. Yeah, I wouldn't buy any new ones. And if you do, if you're gonna go buy Traxxas, I mean, I don't know if they're going to bust your stones. I mean, spec class and, you know, if you're going to run that kind of stuff, is the fast eddy bearings are cheaper. They're no better. So, I mean, if anybody starts complaining about it, you tell them, yo, it's a steel bearing, man. It's not anything different than stock. But, I mean, in the same breath, if you're running a stock slash and they're going down to the point where they're checking your bearings, man, you got to get a different crowd, because that's craziness. Oh, either that or you're beating them that bad. Cutter flush, send it around. Always spin your zip ties around so that way you don't cut yourself if they're goofy. Oh, there was one on here already? Wait a minute. Must have missed it. All right, cool. We have an exhaust. We are good. All right, a couple more things and we could try to fire this thing up, call it done. All right, we'll set this back on there for now. Carburetor is okay. Carburetor is closed. There's the box. I'm sure I do somewhere. Any pin will work. That's great. Pile's getting smaller. All right, let's fight this air filter to get on. Here we go. There's our air filter. All of our wires are clear and secure, not bent. Fuel tank. Outside's dirty, inside's clean though, so that's cool. All right, let's see how we gotta go this way. Gonna run the line from the high side of our tank right to the back of the muffler. And this guy likes to come up forward here a little bit. Traxxas gives you a ton of line. I cut them down a little bit. Just like this. Stick it above the wires so it'll hold. There you go. Just like that. All right, cool. Let's see if I have an easy starter that has enough juice to do the job. Should kick. All right, what do you think? You want to try to fire it up? Yeah, they don't get that strict, but you get one. But they get on you for wrong body clips. Yeah, no, we don't bust balls when it comes to the slash class. A set of different bearings is not going to win you the race when someone's putting your door in. You know what I mean? All right. How much 20 we got left? Oh, I got lots of 20 left. We're on the bottom of this guy. Ew, this one with the screen. VP started putting screens in this stuff. I hate it. I would punch a hole through it, but... Alright, we're only trying to fire it. Start it up. Gotta put some clips in this tank, but don't worry about that later. All right, let's see what we got. Carb was closed. Not gonna have enough balls or what? What do we got going on here? It's just working. Why are we not working? What's going on here? Something up? Something up? Let's see. Something's up. No, there ain't enough charge in this thing. It's not even kicking the glow plug. Do I have another battery that we can use? I don't think so. I think we're gonna be shit out of luck. So we know we can put that on. Alright, we're not done yet. Let's see if we can figure this out. It's just working. Why you no work now? Why you no work now? I got power. Ground is good. Ground is on that side. What's up here? What's going on here? Alright. Something up. Just moved. Okay, what's going on here? What is going on here? It's not this ain't right. What are these wires got a short in them or something? Hold on, let me see if it's this thing or if it's that. All right, that worked perfectly fine. So what is your problem? Something going on here? Let's see. This plug right here is a little precarious. And which wire would that be? That'd be the hot wire going right to the motor. So I think we may need a new motor wire. Okay. Let's see here. What do we got going on? Something's wrong. Wonder if the pin got loose on the connector. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Some reason the carb is not allowing fuel in. That's one thing. So what are we going to do with that? Simple. Gotta pull the needle out. What happened is when these engines sit for an amount of time, it seems like this happens quite a bit. I'm gonna pull the needle out. I'm gonna try to prime it again. Comes to the top, we're getting into there. We're not going into the carb. Okay, at the top. So we're gonna take this pin, put her back in, all the way down. 4 turns out. That'll put us right back to factory setting. Obviously, because it's so cold and stuff like that, if we were to take it out, we definitely would have to mess with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that again. What is your problem? Traxxas carbs, here we go. It's going to open it way open. Okay. Get that easy starter brake. So what you have here now is we have something going on with the carb. The carb is not allowing any fuel in. You can feel it. There's a block in it big time. Open this carb up. Try again. No, there's definitely a blockage in that carburetor. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. There we go. I'm going to try to put a little fuel through the carb. Maybe it'll pass through whatever we got going on. There's a little bit in there, just enough. What's going on, man? There it is. Yeah, there's something going on with that carb. There's definitely something in there. It's getting fuel now, but I mean, that thing's about as rich as you could. Whoa, my eyes are burning. That's about as rich as you're going to get. So I'm going to try to turn this out again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's got a little heat in it. You can see it's spitting everywhere. I'm going to try to fire one more time and see if it'll run on that. Yeah, there we go. A little something. There we go. All right. Well, obviously I'm going to have to tune this thing up once the weather changes. All right. Where did that go? That sucks. I'll have to find that now. But yeah, there we go. There we go. I got to find out where that's going to be a problem. Start back. Yeah, there we go. It runs. That's not going to be a problem. It's going to need a tune regardless. Let's put the air filter back on. Lost the wheel nut. That's going to be a problem. I don't want to have to buy those. Got no money for those. Alright, there's some arms. There's our engine. There we go. Alright, well, it's been 2 hours. We got the RPM rear suspension done. We are back in action. We got our RPM arms done. The engine's back in. Everything's ready to go. It's going to need a tune. Obviously, we had to mess with that. I got to find out where that freaking wheel nut went. That's going to drive me nuts. But, all right. Not a bad live. Not a bad live. I want to thank everybody for coming on out. I had a good time. Got it all fixed up. Like I said, the race video with the stadium truck, we're going to be posting that probably maybe, I don't know. I'm going to say Sunday, early next week. I got to sit down, edit her out, you know. Nothing too big, but it's going to take me a little while. Other than that, like I said, thanks everybody for coming on out. Appreciate it. I'm gonna jet. That's it. We're gonna be good for tonight. I'm gonna tear this place apart and look for that freaking nut because that's gonna drive me nuts. I am not paying Traxxas for another one of these wheel nuts, man. No freaking way. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. I'll catch you all next week. Probably gonna do a little short of the new project we're gonna have in the spring. Not RC related, but I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy it. So, next time, peace.